Welcome back to the Most Wanted job. Would anyone like to summarize the job so far?
We caused a lot of trouble.
We tried to break, successfully entered the guild, guard station.
We broke into a guard station. We visited the pallbearers. We pissed off the church, and
we terrified a little guy.
Yeah,
we really terrified a real little guy.
You put a hole in the wall, didn't you?
No,
pretty much.
Just
to be fair,
really hard.
To be fair, we didn't piss off the church. He just doesn't like you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Considering the fact that he doesn't like you and the fact we were allowed to walk out and we're not being murdered by assassins, we're pretty good.
I mean, to be fair, we were there on like if I had a white flag, I would have been waving it.
Mm.
At any rate,
Oh shoot, burritos in the microwave. Forgot about that. Be right back.
All right then, I'll wait. No, I won't. So, when we left off, you had decided at the beginning of the day segment, which I'll say is like the early dawn. You've all reunited and decided to follow the black market merchants' directions and storm the Grim Spectre's hideout. Is that about right?
Yeah. Not even 24 hours in and we already solved the case.
Yeah. I mean, having access to, cartel resources and all that, and church resources.
Yeah, but did we solve it by just literally punching the wall next to the little guy?
You stole the police's information. You asked the cartels for information. You begged the church for information, and you took on the black market for information. Like you've actually cast quite a wide net to make this possible.
Well, I mean, that was the plan, such as it is.
Like these disparate elements that some of which would talk to each other, some wouldn't, but you just canvassed a lot of it all in the same night.
It's literally the only way you can track someone like this down.
Yeah. And you put it all together. You even figured out what his probable target would be. Which is pretty good. All right. So you all meet up in the early morning, when most people in the city haven't even woken up yet. And
yeah, we're out before the churchgoers.
In the distance, you can see, the cathedral towering over the buildings, regular buildings of the town, in this district. And you walk along the canal until you find sort of steps leading down to the maintenance ways, and head on down that way, sort of in single file, because that's as much room as there is along the waterways. And it leads you to an underground canal. So covered by stone on all sides, and then with the canal water rushing through, just like a foot away from you. The further you go inside, the more still and quiet it becomes, save for the rushing of water. And then, a little ways in, you find a nook, an opening, that's very, very dark, and leads a ways inside, and doesn't seem to be an official part of the canal, but also kind of in a corner that no one would really look at otherwise. It's very dark in there.
I guess Jackrum would be taking point for this, because, let's be honest, he can probably deal with just about anything.
I can try to step in first. Or just...
Yeah, but I'm with Jackrum going first, because at the moment, because when you're swarmed with zombies from two directions, that's not gonna be good for an assassin.
If you want to just be scouting ahead, if you want to be doing your invisible thing,
I'm saying I can scout ahead stealthily.
I'm just thinking, if you want to be stealthing while Jackrum's going forward and all that, pretty much anything bad that's going to happen is going to happen to him, first and foremost.
So,
all right. So what light source do you have, and who's going in first?
Wait a minute. I need to check something. Oh, yeah, I have the quirk that allows me to see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, you do.
So I'm going in front with like trying to stay away from any light stores to stealth.
All
Scout
right.
ahead.
I'll just ask you to roll to sneak around.
Success.
Pretty strong success. So you head inside first. The others, I don't know, some ways behind you as they, wait for you to be a distance away before they start lighting a torch or something. You head inside first, ahead of them. Sneaking along, the stone, quickly gives way to dirt and wood. This sort of hollowed out cavern beneath the city, and the darkness, after a couple dozen paces, eventually gives way to a faint greenish glow, and you eventually come upon what's kind of a large sort of workstation of an occult kind. Markings on the walls, discarded tomes, and several slabs with dead bodies on them.
Ooh.
Oh, also while we're walking around, I'm gonna see if we've got any of our suspecting runes on the walls, or because we know what happens whenever somebody walks into those.
So, I can see into this room with the rituals. Can I see the entire room? Is there?
Yeah, you can see the entire room actually.
And there's no people there?
There's no living people here.
Yeah. Very cautiously and stealthily trying to walk in.
When you do that, you hear groaning from all the slabs.
Okay, and then slowly walking backwards.
The damage has been done now as the bodies on top of the slabs begin to rise. A gutturally growl.
Alright. I'd like to just I assume I didn't go too far into the room.
You apparently went in enough.
I'd like to quickly get out and get into a dark corner and pull out my crossbow, waiting for the other guys.
There's not really a corner, it's just sort of a straight corridor.
Just into a dark place, and with the crossbow out, waiting for the others to be here.
Alright, you head back down the corridor a ways. The rest of you hear sort of hurried steps coming back, and you plant yourself sort of at the halfway point, away from the glow, away from the light of the canal, the dim light of the canal, and pull out your crossbow and aim, I suppose. So there's a sort of procession of corpses coming at you, and one of them actually comes out charging, just swinging, rushing you before you can take a shot, and dealing 15 luck damage to Kren.
Note to self: these are not slow zombies.
Not slow zombies, bad things. All right.
Are they contagious zombies?
So
no,
this guy's
you're not wounded, but you did get punched a bit, mauled rather.
He's on top of me right now.
He's in front of you. Kind of trying to hit you and grab you.
So this is a canal. So there's
it's a cavern branching off from a canal.
Oh, so I'm not in the canal part yet. Yeah. All right, then I'll just
you asked to wait in a dark part of it. So
yeah, I'll go. I'll try to, with the crossbow I already have prepared, shoot at his head.
All right, that's roll to shoot someone.
Success 61.
Yep, and with that's your hand crossbow's plus 30 damage.
30, yeah.
Yep. He you shoot him in the neck. He gurgles, falls to the ground, and does not get up again. So Oblivious, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Should I?
All right, Brawler. Forgot I have combat things like lightning reflexes, isn't it? But yeah, I'm happy to let that one go because we were somewhat behind him.
Yeah. Actually, I'll let you take that free action now that you're all kind of getting in range.
Yeah, he's taking this time. Just as they were attacking him, he's just charged forward.
The corridor is just wide enough for two people to kind of squeeze past each other.
Okay. So rather than shovel, this is spade territory.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Jackrum's just going to charge forward, spade in hand, just stands up whacking.
Jackrum
How many
only uses shovel-based weapons.
That's
So,
his
any-
brand.
And the best part, not only do we have someone to kill these things, but we also have the proper tool to bury them again.
See, there's a reason I use shovels for this sort of work.
Also, I don't doubt Jackrum could dig through the stones.
Any advantage or disadvantage because the zombies are focusing on our Birdie.
No, not particularly.
Alrighty,
Birdie?
you're a bird.
That is a very good success.
17 plus 30.
Mhm.
You
And if they're mooks, then wait, hang on. I'm taking a squad of minions, but you may reduce the squad. Oh yeah, if they're minions, then I take 2 of them out rather than just 1.
Well, you don't. You don't even. You actually punch one as or smack one with your spade, and but it, unlike a normal being that probably would have been at least thrown off balance or thrown to the ground, the zombie, you left a dent in him, but he doesn't drop.
Well, that's a first.
Anyway, Oblivious, your turn.
Quote, game's done quick. That's never happened before. Let's see. I think I'll move to the front as well because 2 people can fit in the front, barely, I guess. And I'll take my own swipe at it. Just pull out the cane and bludgeon it. Wash this after the fact too.
So brawl with someone would be yours then.
Yes. Yep, that's a success. So 40 plus my cane's damage of 10.
All right, and attacking the same zombie as before, you give it another big smack, like kind of caving its face in a little, and it falls to the ground and stops moving. There are 2 zombies left. Sani.
Yeah. I would just give it. Are there some loose rocks or something about you could throw?
Do you have a skill and throw something?
I don't have anything that we're fighting, so it would always be anything else.
All right. So yeah, roll anything else to
Yeah,
throw.
no, because that's just step 1. Because then Viola would rip off a strip of whatever she's wearing, tie it on a rock, and with a torch we're carrying, set it on fire before throwing the now burning rock at closest zombie.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a good plan. Assuming you don't set the rest of us on fire.
I'll give you a damage bonus if you hit that.
And that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. You managed to hit a zombie with a rock that is wrapped in a burning cloth somehow, without burning your own hand doing that. And
She tied the cloth on and then ignited the little ends.
Right. So it manages to sort of stick into him and start to burn the flesh where it's stuck in. The zombie doesn't really react, but it does deal pretty hard damage. It kind of gets embedded in the chest a bit. But yeah, you dealt some decent damage there. Strong Hopper again.
Whack.
Whack again.
Whack 'em all. So 61 damage that time.
All right. You jab through the opening that Sani just created, digging the burning stone in there deeper, and it falls to the ground and starts to smolder a bit. 1 zombie left who does not show any sign of caring that 3 others are in its way. Which brings us to me, actually. This one goes for another charge. And it's so mindless that you actually just neatly are able to step aside and let it move past you, and it just trips. Yeah. So, Kren,
as it trips and falls onto the floor, just get crossbow, aim downward, like not even really looking, and just shoot it into its head. Also, I forgot I had advantage dice if they're minions. Are they minions?
They are not minions.
Okay, so just regular shoot.
Yep.
80 on the dot.
Yeah, you in that most badass way you just
110.
described. In the badass way you just described, you just execute the zombie where it lays, and it stops moving.
Well, let's go. Let's.
So, where did those come from?
They were on.
Viola,
oh right, yeah. In
no,
character.
Viola at Kren.
There. In the next room.
You might want to burn the bodies. Just it's gonna
that
smell.
one's already burning.
Well, yeah, one's burning, but like
it's a narrow cavern. You may not want to leave things burning in the narrow cavern.
That may be our only way out of the area.
Yeah. You don't want this whole room to fill with smoke.
Yeah, good point, actually.
Those silver lining, we're definitely in the right place. Unless we've somehow managed to run into some other necromancer who's decided to set up shop here.
It's completely unrelated. We stopped a burgeoning cult.
This is the cult of actually 2,000 eyes. The 1,000 guys are different.
No. What was that? The cult of like 2 million, whatever the hell the number was, feet. I'll need to find that picture later.
Going further into the room.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all free to move further into the room, and take a look around. There's forbidden books and charts and outlines and blueprints and whatnot. A lot of lists and plans marked complete. There is a cot there, but in terms of personal effects, it seems to be rather sparse, and you don't find any sign of the necromancer or where he might be.
Well, we could wait for him to come back, ambush him then.
That actually sounds like a really good idea.
We'd have to remove the corpses.
Yeah, we would have to drag the bodies back, but
onto the pedestals.
Anything in particular stand out to me?
To you, what stands out to you is that there's no more chalk, and the part of sort of the diagram of the plan for this ritual, which is in the cathedral that you suspected it would be. Like, the whole plan is laid out, and he's planning to try and do a mass sacrifice of the entire congregation tomorrow morning.
Why is it that I'm only right about really awful things?
Because you only read things written by really awful people?
And the final step, which was to, I guess, painstakingly mark out the ritual symbols in that disappearing chalk, that embedding chalk, that step has been marked as complete.
Would these papers by any chance show have diagrams of where the chalk would be?
There's a few pictures and sort of sketches and whatnot. It doesn't seem to paint the complete picture, but it shows some of it.
How funny would it be if instead of doing anything, we just go over there and we just smudge out all the chalk?
Well, I'm pretty sure getting rid of even one or two of the runes would be helpful.
Yeah, we just get rid of anything we can know about. The next day he's there, he tries to do this, nothing's gonna happen, and then we capture him. Or we can I also like the idea of staying here for him to return.
There's a chance that something. There's a chance nothing might happen. But considering magic and the ways of magic, there's a chance nothing might happen. There's a chance that he might explode.
Ooh. I'm gonna go wipe some chalk. You guys can stay here and ambush him.
As amusing as that would be, I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna pocket as much of this stuff as I can to shove it into his coat. It's like, yeah, we're gonna need this.
I'm gonna start moving the zombies back onto the pedestals.
Pretty sure Viola has some kind of folded up bag she can offer Lazarus for storing loot.
Okay, sure. You actually holding on to it might be a better idea, because if somebody finds this stuff on me, it's like, look, he's the heretic.
It makes so much sense.
Not really, but
yeah,
it makes absolutely no sense.
Jackrum will go. Jackrum will go and help move bodies, but he But he will ask if, while you're going through all the magical shit, if you can find anything that, say, Grendel would appreciate. I mean, might as well earn some goodwill.
Gideon, I think, and
Gideon. Sorry.
Let me. I don't know. Are there any reagents left? I know the chalk and all that is gone.
It seems like this guy's spent on chemicals and reagents.
Any other weird like trinkets or anything just lying around?
Plenty of trinkets. Little skulls, lots of candles. I don't know, candles and candles and candles and candles.
God damn it! It's Dead Space all over again.
There is a Dead Space amount of candles in the room. Not none of them lit, but
okay. Because I was gonna say, how's this place not burned to the ground yet?
Well, they seem to be just storage.
Well, you're magical. Shouldn't you be able to figure out just what kind of stuff a pulvera would
What's this
appreciate?
room?
No, what's the what now?
The room looks like it's I don't know, it's a dirt and rock cavern supported by wooden support beams.
Just out of curiosity,
it's just one broad room with several medical slabs laid out across it, a table for reagents and chemicals, and then stuff like nailed to the walls, diagrams and charts.
out of curiosity, is there just out of the whole plans for this mass sacrifice and all that? Does it say how he plans to actually kill all these people?
With the power of death. Necromancy, basically rapidly decaying everyone inside the ritual circle.
Okay. That makes sense. Fair enough. Anyway, back to moving bodies. Just like my day job.
Should we behead them or anything like that? Or
This is very not like my day job.
Oh, suck it.
Viola
Suck it up, you pussy.
goes makes a so gesture of the hand.
No,
Awfully enough to have someone pretend to be a corpse.
is this what it feels like to be here after I kill people? Is this why I subject people to as I'm moving bodies?
yes.
It's good business. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
It's good business, but it kind of leaves like a big flare of we were here.
That's why we're moving them back to the pedestal, so it's less suspicious. So we can ambush him, which I think is a really good idea. So yeah, what are we gonna do next?
Well, I mean, if he has all of his reagents, I don't think waiting in here would be a great idea.
Actually, yeah,
Well, we could always go to the cathedral, sneak around, and smudge out all the circle thingies.
that's
No,
definitely something.
we should definitely do that.
Yes.
There wouldn't happen to be a note somewhere just what his next stage of the plan is of what he's doing.
Well, I mean, that's why I stole his journal and all that stuff.
Didn't Spud say that the last step of his plan is complete? Now he just has to kill everybody and he's done.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yep.
Oh.
Does it say anything? Does it say anything like how he has to activate this? Because would he have to be there?
It does say it does seem like he would have to be there and begin the incantation.
So yeah, let's ambush him there.
But first smudge out all the rune thingies he wrote down. Just sure.
Let's ruin the runes and then wait.
Yep. Hopefully he's too busy right now celebrating his inevitable victory with opium and hookers.
That was kind of garbled on my end, but I think I got the gist of it.
No, he's gonna celebrate by raising an entire graveyard's worth of thing and doing the thriller dance.
Yeah, but anyway, let's go to the cathedral and make sure he doesn't get to celebrate anything.
All right.
Might want to let the church know what the hell's going on too.
Yes, let's do that. That's seems important.
So do you all leave the cavern behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, we take as much of his paper, plans, journals, anything that would say, hey, I'm doing this.
I make sure to stab every zombie in the head a few times just to make sure.
Yeah, double tapping isn't a bad idea.
Oh, come on.
Noted.
Jackrum's gonna do this properly. He's gonna use his shovel to decapitate all of them.
Yeah, Viola also is carrying some stuff for Lazarev for now.
Yes, the maps and charts and all that stuff that he's using. Laz specifically is gonna pocket the journal because that'll actually fit in his coat.
All right. So
You know, if he comes back here for the ritual tomorrow, he's gonna know that the gig is up.
Do you want me to stay here?
We probably need to send somebody to keep an eye on it. I don't know about splitting the party though.
Like, could some one of us pull influence to just have someone on the watch out here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a circle guy can get some minions.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'd be intelligent enough to be able to like not kill the guy because that's also we're trying to take him away.
Well,
someone
not
knows
killing
how
is
to
a
not
side
kill
role.
people. That's
And their job wouldn't be to fight him. It'd be more to say he's there and then alert us, and then we go fight him.
yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
So who wants to spend influence to make sure it's on watch?
I'll do it.
All right. So noted. You call in the boys, and they agree to keep a watch on the canal as subtly as they can, and let you know immediately if they spot anyone going in and out. And meanwhile, you guys make your way to the cathedral. By the time you guys make your way over to the plaza, it is already midday. You spent a little while down there, looking through all of his materials and gathering them up and setting up the watch and everything.
Killing zombies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You kind of walk up to.
Wait, do we really go through the front entrance?
Yeah. How do you approach the cathedral?
Climb in through the bell tower.
Yeah.
Are we?
Basically.
Wait,
How do you get up to the bell tower?
Very
You're not-
carefully.
You're not Viola.
One of you can do that.
Let
Yeah,
Viola do
Viola's
that.
gonna actually climb the building closest to the bell tower, and then with just her sheer willpower and the athletic guile and acrobatic skill, jump from the building into the bell tower and begin climbing down.
You climb up one building, jump on over up to lower ramparts, and then climb up the rest of the way to the bell tower, and then start making your way
Basically,
down.
yeah.
Second story work. It's amazing.
And
like
all
to
of that
just take a-
unseen.
And the three of
I'd
you
like
are
to-
just like looking up at her, just like, how?
More
I'd like to
more
just take
importantly,
a back
why?
entrance.
Jackrum will
that-
shake his head, but he's going through the front door.
There's
You know-
probably a back entrance. Yeah, I don't think I'll be very welcome.
Well, they hate me, and I'm going in through the front entrance.
Ah, might as well then. Okay. I was assuming you're gonna stealth too, but yeah, okay.
If
I'll go in the
anything-
front entrance.
If anything, they'll shoot me first. So
Yeah. Also, a question: in the bell tower, are there already some of those rooms? Because I'm pretty sure Les would have told us how they look and what to look for.
They're
yeah,
invisible.
I definitely would have.
You have to. Well, okay. So you enter the church, and there are some people there. There's a small service going on, and the sort of members of the clergy sort of watching the door, whatnot, keeping watch out front, are like, what business do you have here at this holy house of the Silver Judge?
We wish to
Remember,
attend.
we're trying not to spook them.
We're here to attend the service. We are sorry we're running late.
Wait, is that what we're going with? Okay.
Sure, let's go with that.
I thought the whole party had arrived already.
Whole party.
The whole group. Thought they arrived all at once.
We were delayed. Our friend here, our friend here had a bit of
Anyone
a.
want to roll lie to someone for me?
Can any of us lie?
I can. I think I have a 65.
Yeah. Do a 65.
I gotta convince somebody of 80.
No,
I have
roll
to
me
stress
lie
someone
to
at
someone.
Okay.
Who's rolling?
Question, guys: how distracting would it be if Viola just began ringing the church bells?
Uh,
Oh,
maybe
Oh,
don't
no.
maybe don't do that.
don't do this.
We're already questioning your decision to do that in the first place.
Mm.
Well, it does mean that no one else walked in with a big bag full of heresy.
Yeah, this is true.
So, how big is this service exactly?
Enough to fill up the first, 3 or 4 pews.
So, what, a couple of dozen people?
Yeah.
Who's rolling to lie?
Oh, I can't lie for shit, so...
Okay.
Best Jackrum just giving you the language you need to...
Kren's gonna step in front and start saying, yes, we actually got quite caught up in a little business, and we are very sorry if we're interrupting, but we are requested. So I'm gonna roll a lie.
All right.
Success.
Succeed. He is just very confused, but he's just like, I'll just make sure to stay quiet and don't disturb. It's a very important ceremony going on.
Yes, of course.
What part of... How late are we? Just what part are they up to?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm just thinking of it's a generic religious ceremony. I don't know. It's like a
9.
Yeah, we probably miss like the opening prayers and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's like missing the trailers for a movie.
It is underway. Also, not like that.
It's like missing. All right.
My goodness gracious! It is not even that exciting.
Okay, fair enough.
I turned to Laz and was like, so, do you see them? Do you see where the runes?
Well, I'm taking a look around.
You have to inspect very closely, sort of run your hand along the walls, but eventually your hand does come up with some small traces of chalk, and as you inspect closer, it becomes a little more clear. It almost blends. It basically blends into the wall.
Clever girl.
Doesn't smudge easily either.
Clearly, we have to burn this. No.
What do we have? Oh, I have a bag of soot.
For dulling the metal gleam of weapons.
Yeah, what if we just poured just spread it out on some of the runes that go in over the chalk.
Yell really loud at the runes, see if that works. No.
Call them bad names.
That would be extremely funny, but I don't believe it. Let me see.
Eventually, a priest walking by comes up to your group and says, yes, can I help you?
I look to Jackrum and I'm like, can we just tell them?
No, don't. If we're going to do this, we do it after the service.
Jackrum will he'll step forward and he'll try and engage the priest in a soft discussion about who the organ player is, because I'm assuming it's a church service. There's gonna be an organ.
Yeah.
Just being discussed.
I guess you're just running distraction then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get an advantage to this simply because Jackrum plays the organ? It's literally his quirk.
Yeah, you're familiar enough with the subject matter that you can be genuinely engaging. Yeah, get an advantage on that.
Meanwhile, I'm taking a thing of sandpaper to the wall.
Yeah. Viola goes sneak through the church and try and find some.
Oh, that is 65 exactly.
Oh, wow.
That is distract someone exactly.
All right, you pretty thoroughly distract the priest who came up to you. So the thing about the runes, you're at I'm imagining you in front of a column along one of the walls, and you're kind of trying to wipe or scrape away this thing. But based on the sketches and designs you saw, it's all around the room, across the floor and the pews and up several of the columns. It's a massive circle arrangement of runes. You need to spend the whole day with a team of cleaners.
I think we should probably tell.
This looks like something that has been steadily placed here over the course of weeks or maybe even months.
We should tell someone.
Uh,
Does it look like the service is going to take that much longer? Or
not really. It's not going to take like the whole day.
what if we just wait for the service to end and then like take some of the priests off to the side and explain them the situation?
All right.
Like that's
you can do
what
that.
I would suggest.
Is that what y'all do?
Is anyone else gonna
object?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep scratching at it until Jackrum's done, and then I'm just gonna look innocent like that. It's like stubborn. And if anyone asks, I just blame it on OCD or something like that.
I'm not sure they have a diagnosis for obsessive compulsive disorder at this time.
It's like damn smudge on the wall. It's bothering me.
At any rate, so you kind of wait through picking at just one rune of what might be like over 100 throughout the congregation hall, and eventually your presence attracts more and more attention as you just keep loitering around off to the side. Eventually the service ends and most of the people leave, and which just leaves you and the high clergy who staff the cathedral.
I'd like to respectfully approach one of them.
Well, they sort of kind of approach and deal with you directly.
Yeah. Question: has Viola actually rejoined the group already, or is he just wandering around the cathedral with all the evidence?
I feel like you're like hanging in the rafters a bit.
Yeah.
You're just in the bell tower throwing a ball at the wall for an hour,
or that. And wherever you want to be, basically.
And Viola is by now waiting wrapped above the group until someone calls for what evidence do you have to drop in? You called.
So I'm gonna tell them. We have been.
We're an interested party.
We're interested.
Maybe leave the leverage thing out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I wasn't going to mention the leverage. I was going to say that. We have been talking to the church about what was his name? The Grim
Spectre.
The Grim Spectre. About have you heard of the Grim Spectre?
We've been warned that he might try something here tomorrow.
Well, we have actually found concrete evidence, and if you were to inspect the walls, I fear that you will not like what you see, as this entire building is already has been filled with runes by the Grim Spectre.
That is an intense claim. What in the world?
Then I whistle for Viola.
Yeah, on the evidence keyboard, when we say evidence, Viola gets ready, and at your whistles, she nimbly lands on her feet and takes the bag she had concealed on her person and just pulls it out towards Lazarus and says, "You called for evidence?"
We found these.
The priests are very, very shocked. Where did you come from?
And Laz just shakes his head as like
outside.
Well, I ask a stupid question, I guess, but never mind that. Take a look at this, and he starts pointing out, yeah. I was like this, and compulsively starts scratching at the one he was messing with earlier.
Good, my goodness! They start checking the charts and comparing them to spots in the wall.
And
they do find the evidence of the chalk that you had pointed out. And
I add, I was like, and these aren't even the complete ones.
So we would like, if I presume we are gonna get some people together to try and remove all of them, if not as many as we can, of these runes, because we believe he is going to act tonight. And we'd like to request that you keep this as on the download as possible, for we believe he's going to be here and we can catch him and put an end to this.
I know that tomorrow that there was plans for a Senate. I believe a member of the church who was running for the Senate was going to be speaking here. That's
Yes.
correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What kind of platform is he running? Is he trying to stand on? Is he trying to go humble, going mad with people? What sort of things is he trying to run?
This very sort of humanitarian stance, focusing in particular on the treatment of prisoners in the castle.
Well, just as a suggestion, as a precaution, do you think he could be convinced to try, rather than setting up his thing in the cathedral itself, setting up a stage outside of it to try and make himself appear more humble, more mannered to people?
Well, it'd be quite the ordeal to set up on such a short time frame, but possibly.
I think I know some people.
I mean, how we're expecting like over 100 people. How do we seat all of them?
Yeah.
It might.
Also, I think
and what if it rains tomorrow?
If we do that, the Grim Spectre would actually probably get very suspicious and might not actually go. Might figure out that we foiled him if we do that.
Very good point.
Yeah. Well, it's a good point. It is a good point.
Every room that we can. If we already
Sorry, I guess I was just thinking. I don't know. It's just Jackrum just look around, just kind of concerned about. In order to lure this guy out, we have to have so many people in what is potentially a death trap. If we don't cancel it out properly.
One of the priests kind of looks at the chart, looks at you guys, and says, "How do we know this isn't all just one big trick?"
Because we're honest like that.
You strangers come out of the blue with these made-up charts.
Hey, the rafters are white, yeah.
The what now?
He said the rafters are white, not blue.
Yeah, yeah. Or whatever color they actually are.
God damn it.
Sure.
I'd like to explain.
Out of curiosity,
to them.
Just out of curiosity, just I wanna. What would I have to roll to? Because I'm assuming that this would, as you said, this is not just. Yeah, in order to set up these runes would take a long time and a lot of effort.
Read someone's emotions is what you're looking for.
That's me.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking.
The Brawler also has read someone's emotions.
Oh, does he? Oh, I didn't know that.
I also have size someone up. I was just asking which is which.
Size someone up is also pretty good.
Yeah, they're both the same. It's just more. This guy's claiming we're trying to claim our evidence is we're trying to pull some sort of fast one here, and Jackrum's already suspicious that the fact that these ruins have been allowed to be developed so far, he's definitely going to be sizing people up. Any challenge or advantage dice to this, or?
I'm gonna say
okay.
one challenge die.
I rolled a 41.
Probably because the priests are kind of more guarded than your average citizen.
Well, I mean, I specifically rolled read emotions.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna push my luck a bit with that one.
All right.
And I'll roll another 10. And we're good.
All right. Oblivious, you'll read someone's emotions. You kind of get a sense of, he's fearful and indignant. Jackrum, Strong Copper, when you size up this particular priest, you get the sense that his rope is maybe bulkier than his frame suggests, and he's a bit more, squirrely than you'd assume a clergyman to be, though, knowing the church is, sometimes bad habits, it can be a number of things that he's worried about.
True. Well, that's true. It's more a case of, is this guy? Never mind.
You do notice him, like, kind of his eyes darting between each piece, each chart, each piece of evidence you've brought in.
Einstein Faye. Just
I'd like to start pointing out how what would we possibly gain if we were the ones who made these ruins, if we were telling you about them? And
access to the cathedral and, whatever secrets or treasures are described inside. We have to think about security.
Well,
Why
I
it would
mean,
be your
we can just leave.
cleaning shop.
We simply just don't want... we're simply being paid to prevent the mass murder that's going to happen tomorrow if these ruins are here. We can leave and let you deal with this.
He's silent for an inordinately long time, and he says, yes, you should.
I'm Ralph. What about we know that this particular priest is squirrely and appears to be fearful of something, but what about the other ones?
The others just kind of seem like rather, I don't know, I don't want to say naive, but rather standard members of the clergy, sort of holier than thou, sort of aloof.
Jackrum's gonna try and Jackrum's gonna look at the priest who's being such
highly
a
suspicious
problem here. Highly suspicious, yes. And he's going to ask, I have to admit, it's kind of curious. It's curious, considering just the extent of the ruins that have been done here. I'm finding it very difficult to think that some rogue heretical sorcerer would be able to do this stealthily even over a long period of time without having someone looking the other way. I'm thinking this would either be goad or... I'm thinking goad would be what I'm going for.
I'm not even going to have you roll for that. I'm just going to say he just sort of scrunches up the papers in his hands. He says, you waltz in here, bring in these heretical artifacts, and then twist words to sow confusion and then dissent. You're the heretics here. Seize them.
Oh, I was about to leave. Damn it.
Can I roll climb, jump, and tumble to just jump up to empore or back into the rafters, depending on what's up above us?
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, you can roll to climb, jump. Yeah, climb and jump. Yeah.
Any disadvantages?
No, not really.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna push my luck that once to actually get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then one extra challenge, right? Yeah.
All right. So you managed to climb up, back up the way you came, basically, successfully. The drawback is that you kind of drop the rest of the loot you were holding.
Oh, great.
So all the evidence I actually already handed over is now laying on the ground?
Yeah.
So how are the other priests reacting to this command to seize visitors? Is he calling to other support?
Several of them are kind of confused, because they're not they don't seem like the fighting type themselves, but they do. One of them looks like he's ready to run and find someone with a bit more muscle.
I'd like to calmly just start walking out, if that's okay.
Maybe don't leave that stuff lying on the ground. Somebody could easily turn that against us.
I mean, you can pick it up.
Jack, can I do an intimidate thing here?
Probably.
Just have Jackrum just basically bark very loudly. Stay right there. We're getting to the bottom.
We're not supposed to piss off the church.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting the hell out of there. Pissed off enough.
Yeah, clearly there's mixed messages here.
Still want to roll to intimidate someone?
I mean, I think we should absolutely stop them from calling the guards or anything, but we're not trying to hurt them.
Yeah, intimidate should be fine.
Roll intimidate someone with 2 drawbacks, 2 challenge dice.
Okay. Alright. I'm pretty sure this guy is very much not our friend, and may actually be in on the whole everyone dies plan.
Success with a drawback. The priests back away far enough that you can gather up the dropped materials fairly easily, but one of them just bolts and runs off to a side room.
Did no one stop me just leaving? Am I just gone?
A couple of priests try and step in your way, but kind of get a dangerous vibe from you and kind of step away from you.
I do have a lot of scars. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Jackrum's gonna just shake his head. He's just gonna walk out. Since this is getting complicated, he's not the man with the skills to get to the bottom of it.
While leaving, I'll shout back, make sure to get those runes cleaned. If you don't, we're gonna have to tell some others. And then I'm out.
Everyone's actually leaving the cathedral?
Well, I mean, we don't want to start a fight with church folk. Come on, that's...
Yeah.
I wasn't saying as we're gonna start
to
a fight.
confirm.
I meant if they're the corrupt ones, we're gonna tell them.
Gets out as well. Because until you also leaving, she was just hanging out of reach somewhere.
Well, you can see them kind of heading out if they're heading out.
Yeah.
We've regathered our evidence and all that. We successfully regathered our stuff. So we can hopefully convince someone from the church somewhere else that, we're not insane people.
Well, I think you can all make your way out now.
Let's check up on those guys we set to watch the canal.
They have not had anything to report.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out, guys. You're doing good.
Though they do say that there was this bounty hunter chick who came looking for you guys.
Yeah, we should probably check in with them, and then
let's check in with her.
Check in with her, and then maybe the legate from earlier, because he's probably more inclined to believe us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna say that scene, that those two kind of protracted drama scenes, take up the day segment, and now we're going into night. And I don't think what's going on right now really warrants a whole drama scene, especially if we're just going to be talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And seeking an audience with Legate and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to say is, how does everyone feel about making this just a planning scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Where you have access to the church legate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And that'll be your planning hideout. And also the bounty hunter. All right. So you head back to Jackrum's church to meet with the legate Donnelly there. And let's go ahead and start the timer at 15 minutes. Go.
I'd like to explain to him everything that.
Yeah, you can catch up, everyone.
Okay.
And he says, "That is concerning, though. Wish you'd kind of come to me first. I've already warned them, but if you say he's already set up this ritual now,
well, not just that, but we also suspect one of them of actually working for him.
I'll pass that along, but I'm not sure we can narrow down who the culprit is before the big mass tomorrow. And as I mentioned before, this is a politically important event for us."
Mm-hmm.
I remember suggesting the idea of maybe having him speak in a makeshift thing just out in front of the cathedral, just as try and
logistically that's just not really something we do.
Yeah, it was a suggestion, but at this point it's kind of too late.
So we know he's going the Grim Spectre is going to be there. So
he might not at this point. There's a good chance he might have just taken off running if he knows that the gig is up.
This rituals that are sort of centered on astrologically significant events. It's it's sort of either you get it or you don't. So this is their one chance to make this work.
So he's probably
especially since several of their other rituals have been interrupted.
And even if the clergy guy is corrupted, then then they won't remove the runes, which would mean that he'll still be there.
Yeah. Also, Spud.
Yeah.
During the planning scene, Viola is gonna change her appearance to something different but still normal with a chromatology. So it's
Chromaturgy,
like
yeah.
her hair is it's fading to her hair is fading to to blonde from the brown it was before, and her eyes go a little bit bluer, things like that.
All right, noted. I
Please
assume you don't
use-
do this in front of a legate.
No, it was just but that's gonna happen when the legate is away. Just
Alright.
wanted to have it noted.
Yep, and you weren't there, to meet him before, so he doesn't really know your original appearance
Yeah.
anyway. So that just works. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna have to have
So
lookouts for
Yeah.
this guy. We're gonna have to find him and then take him out as silently as we can.
and as quickly as possible before not wait and do we have any idea how long or short this ritual is gonna be?
Not exactly. There's an incantation. We don't know how long it is, but it's safe to assume that once the incantation is complete, then the decay effect starts and everyone inside is in very grave danger.
So we have anything from a few words to a whole theatrical performance in time to get him to stop talking.
One would assume it's short enough that even if his presence stands out and he is detected, he can at least get it off before he is completely subdued.
Me and Viola have our input. And what I'm
Yes.
thinking is that we could just get like however many guys we can get to act as lookouts in every part of the church.
Possible
Also-
suggestion, possible idea. If we suspect that this priest is corrupt and is actively working with the guy, would it be possible for our legate to, maybe as a last minute precaution, have the current priests of that cathedral somewhere else for the next day or so, and we can get some other people in to actually do some cleaning work.
I can send the order. Enforcing it will be another matter. If one of them is corrupt, they may just ignore that order.
But how about we get some acrobats to entertain the public before and after the Senate candidate speech?
I mean, you could just also have them. The image I had in my mind was you have them hide up in the rafters, just like watching like hawks.
Maybe one or two in the seats, dressed up as blended in.
Yeah, but it would be better if they had an official reason to be there so it's less suspicious if they are actually spotted.
No, I mean, there's hiding up in the rafters. There's no way we're going to have an official reason quote for that.
And I doubt they'll be spotted. They're mummers, so this is like.
So they stand out even more,
Nobody looks up.
There's that, and also they're acrobats, so you can make sure it's people who you're sure can get away.
Actually, I just had an idea. We have we can pull in a favor from the family, right?
I don't think you have quite enough XP to do that. I think you need 5.
Need 5? Okay. Because I was thinking, if it's anything like the actual mafia that they're based off of, it wouldn't be too crazy to just plant a bunch of them in the crowd as well. But I guess that won't work.
Actually, depending on where we are, there might already be a bunch of family people in the crowd.
Probably.
There may already be a few of the right kind of people attending if they're devout, I guess.
So how about we do hire the mummers and put the word out to the right kind of people that may be in attendance to look out for the general description of our necromancer.
Yeah, because this is something that kind of affects everybody here,
Yeah, it's like a public service announcement. This guy is gonna kill you tomorrow at the church.
Public service announcement in the underworld.
Public service. This guy is an asshole. He needs to. If you see him, punch him repeatedly in the face.
Well, specifically, like, if we don't actually know what the hell it's going to do, it could be as simple as, could summon a horrible thing, could blow up half the city. We don't know. But I'm assuming that's bad for everybody.
At least for everybody who profits of the city still existing.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
This is a bad thing for the city in general.
But maybe not the
Gravediggers. We're going to probably profit a great deal. But that still does require there being survivors to want to bury the dead.
Yeah, because let's see. I definitely need to be on the ground somewhere because I figure if anybody's going to notice somebody making incantations, it's probably going to be me of all people.
Yeah. Viola and Kren is probably gonna join the other mamas up in the rafters to just drop down at the moment you point someone out and slice a throat, knock her head over, hold his mouth shut, whatever it takes.
Shove an apple into his mouth.
I doubt he'll be casting many incantations with a knife to his throat. And
we're trying to
shove an apple in his mouth. Viola's gonna put an apple somewhere on her person. Then
why did I even know?
Down.
I imagine Mission
Why did
Impossible.
I even know you were going to do that?
We jump down from the rafters by a bungee cord, grab them, and then just go back up.
The Batman takedown.
If you can pull that off, that would be amazing.
Oh, how much influence?
What?
No, that's a joke.
How much influence to put like
Can we spend 2 influence to get a bungee cord installed into the church?
More than you have access to.
Well,
or will have access to.
Bungee cord would fall on the set whether you have a stage performance because an acrobat's performance could reasonably have bungee cord in the rafters.
If you both spent your mummer's influence, you could get like lookouts and a few strategically placed bungee cords.
Yeah,
I don't want to do this. This is a stupid idea.
As opposed to all the other stupid ideas we do.
Yes, but at least
probably better off if we just take more lookouts over bungee cords.
Yeah, more lookouts. So yeah,
they can still bring bungee cords. I'm just saying. If Viola can just produce an apple out of nowhere, I'm pretty sure a bungee cord's not that weird.
And I know that she's gonna take an apple with her precisely for that purpose.
I imagine he just stands up to start casting. I just grab him, shoulder, pull him back down, and say, "No."
Jackrum will be staying with his favorite fine mage because A, he's sane, and B, if he points out the guy who needs to get taken down, Jackrum's the guy to punch him.
It's like, this guy punch.
I have the ability to make him stop not able to speak or make noise.
Knocking him out, shoving an apple in there. I don't.
Joel.
I mean, worse comes to worse, I can probably compel him to stop.
Viola, give me the apple, and then I can do it without rolling because I have silent takedown.
You can both carry apples. I don't.
Yeah.
Every one of us has an apple in our pocket for this specific reason.
If we could do some actual planning.
Yeah. Good point.
Back to actual planning.
So spending influence.
So we have
3 minutes.
Yeah. So we have mummers in the rafters. Look as a lookout. We have a Magus in the crowd
in the seats.
lookout, and we have
the sides.
We have a Gravedigger next to the Magus to punch people out.
I imagine
Anything
they'll have
else we need?
guards, and you can just stay we already have the tie-in with the church with this guy. He can probably just have you hired as a guard.
Yeah, sure.
We should also probably dress like church-going people.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
So we stick out a little less.
Well, Viola and Kren are in the rafters. That's sticking out enough if we.
I said a little less, and specifically I was talking about the people on the ground.
Okay.
Is there anything else? What would we get the bounty hunter to do?
Good
Be
question.
There to claim the bounty?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're probably going to need assistance in taking him down.
To subdue the sorcerer once you've got him.
Yeah.
Hog time, basically.
Don't forget the apple.
I imagine this isn't going to go down completely silently, but the best case scenario is everyone notices this guy trying to cast something. We take him down very quickly, and then we're like, "Don't mind us, official business. Walk out."
Don't know how well that's
Continue
going to work, but we could try.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Anything
case
else?
scenario.
Anyone wants to add to the plan?
I like to get. I know that we're trying to take him alive, but considering what's at stake here, if need be,
Yes,
kill him.
If need
chopping
be,
a blade in his
I'll
back
be
is
ready
this,
for a crossbow.
is plan B.
Yeah. So as long as we're all in agreement there.
Yeah.
This also counts the bounty hunter and the legate.
Yeah.
Just trying to get everyone on the same page here.
Bounty
With the
Hunter
bounty
says,
hunter.
I'll stay close to Lazarev here.
That will be fine.
But we have so much space up in the rafters.
We already have 10 guys there.
Yeah, but Pedro.
Why are there so many birds up there?
I imagine there's be a whole system of like bird call signals to let people know if they see anything.
Yeah. But we're gonna work out that with the mummers beforehand.
All right.
Penny.
30 seconds. Any last details?
No.
I think we're good.
None that I can think of.
Yeah.
Let's go, team. Let's go kick the crap out of an echo.
All right. So I'm gonna say planning stage is over.
Mhm.
You spend both mummers' influence to get a bunch of acrobats to plant themselves in the cathedral.
As many as we can get. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do we have the circle guys from earlier too? Maybe have them
no,
watching somewhere.
they're still watching the hideout, but still have nothing to report, even in the morning.
Okay.
That's their
So
job. That's all
well,
they do.
let's just leave him there in case he gets away.
Yep.
And so now it is the morning of, and you all get there early. The church officials, under the legate's orders, let you all inside to sort of arrange yourselves. Then,
Do we
yeah.
we know? Can we check if the chalk is still there?
It seems like it is.
All right.
I figured.
Great.
And
Do you think we should quietly remove our suspicious priest from the equation?
so far you can't really see him in the building yet.
So he at least
You know that some of the staff has been changed. There's a few more. There's a couple of city watch guards. There's since it's a political event and all, there's bodyguards and whatnot.
Understandable.
Crow, if you see
so
our
happy I
suspicious
changed my
priest,
appearance just to something new, so they don't recognize me.
Crow, if you see our suspicious priest, I want you to maybe just knock him out and just quietly remove him.
The
From me?
steam or from his body?
Okay, I'll be on the lookout.
Just because I'm pretty sure the legate seems to have ordered him to be elsewhere. If he's here, he has no reason to be here.
And
Okay.
anyway, Viola's gonna go take a nice central position somewhere in the rafters.
All right, you along with nearly a dozen other mummer acrobats.
Yeah, probably
specifically.
acrobats, maybe some trainer stage hits, so they know how not to be too visible.
Yeah, they're dressed for some amount of stealth, though you can't quite always keep a mummer's sense of style down.
Yeah, it's all flesh. It's all like flowing and feathery gowns, but roughly in the colors of the ceiling and the rafters, so it's not that obvious.
Yeah. Occasionally a feather might float down from the ceiling, and someone be like, "Are there birds up there?"
Probably. Well, I mean, like, I would imagine if there's a bell tower up there, there's probably birds.
That is true. So yeah, it's not even that unusual. Anyway, so people start pouring in, filling up the pews row by row, and it's a huge congregation, all dressed in their church best. You sort of strategically have already claimed seats. Those of you on the ground have already claimed positions along the ground, and before long, the whole room is filled with nearly 100 men, women, and children. And that's just in the pews right here. And that's like smack dab center of this ritual circle that's been set up here.
No pressure.
Oh, did I mention I've got at least 20 heat?
Oh, no pressure.
I forgot to add 4 heat for the beginning of that night segment for planning, and then another 4 for the beginning of the day segment. So I've actually got 28 heat, which might be a record.
No
Didn't
pressure.
Obsidian Coin get to 30 one time?
Not quite. They were on track to get pretty far, but then I spent some of it, and didn't really. I think you guys this might be the most because I haven't spent any at all.
So you're gonna call it on the apocalypse?
Yep, the apocalypse begins right now. No.
So I was on
the Lord monster burst through the wall.
I was on the lookout for that priest we saw yesterday. That's not supposed to be here. Would I?
You kind of check in throughout the back rooms and whatnot, go searching through, and you don't see him anywhere. You remember his face fairly clearly because he was of such interest the day before, but everyone else says that he hasn't shown up. A bunch of people were reassigned, and he simply hasn't reported in yet.
Who here thinks he's the Grim Spectre? Raise your hand.
I have my strong suspicions.
I'm not 50, so like 60-40 between him being the Spectre himself or him just being bought off or a plant.
Okay, continue.
All right. So the would-be church cook turned senatorial candidate has steps up to the pew, flanked by bodyguards, and begins his speech with a joke that gets the crowd laughing a bit. The acoustics carrying his voice across the entire hall, and he launches into his speech.
I'd like to point out I at all times have my crossbow loaded and pointed at the person of interest, which would be him at this point, just in case.
You're up in the rafters?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to make your finger not slip. No, kidding.
Oh.
Anyway, so the speech goes on for a while. Everyone's on high alert, including some members of the clergy and the city watch and whatnot. And then out of nowhere, there's some shouting outside the big front doors of the cathedral, and then they are pushed open. A couple of city watchmen bodies sort of slump against the doors and fall to the ground, and in strides a man wearing a big, dark black coat.
Oh joy!
Do I recognize him?
He's kind of hard to see from above in the rafters. You can't really see his face. You just see the big black hood covering his head.
What about us on the ground?
On the ground, he's a little. You're shooting anyway?
I'd like to shoot at him.
All right.
Maybe not for the head, lethal. Just I'd like to hit him though. I'd like to.
All right.
He's already taken out some guards. He's clearly not supposed to be here.
All right. I'm gonna spend that heat, 20 of it.
Okay.
Bring us down to 8. And just as you pull the trigger, Kren, one of the acrobats who was kind of crouched next to you on the rafter, grabs your arm and pulls it aside so that you miss.
It's Steve. God damn it.
And
do I notice this?
Steve, you motherfucker.
You notice this, and Lazarev and Jackrum on the ground. You notice a few other random strangers in the pews sort of stand up, brandishing hidden daggers.
Oh, joy!
Okay,
I'm gonna go and over and punch the number that betrayed us.
Starting.
Yep.
Are there combat?
Yeah, we are entering combat turns now.
So how many people have pulled daggers?
Enough.
Like almost a dozen.
We need to get the main guy out. That's what's important.
Jackrum gets to take a turn.
Yes, exactly. I'm just thinking, who should I be killing? Who should I be hitting first?
The main guy, I would suggest.
Yeah.
If we can save all the people if like 1 or 2 get stabbed, that's
small price to pay. Alright, Jackrum's just gonna dart forward for the guy in the fancy robe. He's gonna try and cock the bugger in the face.
Let's see. I'm gonna say instead, you're kind of a little too far away to actually reach him with an attack this round, because you're kind of inconveniently located and have to push past some panicking civilians.
Alright, can I, on the way while I'm trying to make my way towards him, can I punch out one of the groups instead?
Absolutely. There's actually a small group of them. Try and hit. Roll to strike someone with your. I guess you're still using that spade.
It's always
no,
under
in
his
this
coat.
Just fists.
Actually, I'm thinking of doing proper little shoveling trails, like the mini.
Like shovels or something?
No, it's the little shovel things that you use for gardening.
Ah, okay.
Little trails, because still metal.
And I'm sure it still hurts.
Eventually, it's just your shovels are going to keep getting smaller until you start using spoons.
No,
I'm picturing.
Spoons.
Yeah, that succeeds. I'm picturing this thing of where he's basically like the Alexander Anderson of shovels.
Yes.
So these guys mooks or
these guys are minions.
Minions it is.
And you take out 2 of them.
Actually, she probably should have asked, but would there have been an advantage simply because they would not just receiving not expecting resistance?
No, all the factors balance out. So
okay.
You weren't expecting them, they weren't expecting you.
Sleeve shovels.
Yeah. So
it's like, are you seriously gonna bonk?
I'm more inclined to stab, because this is a trowel. It's more inclined to stab. But yeah, I'm gonna go bonk.
It's funnier that way.
Alright, so
yeah. Less blood. Less people.
Two of them go down immediately because of your lightning reflexes. The hall erupts into chaos. The sorcerer begins his chant. Okay. The others, several of the other ambushers gang up on Jackrum, dealing 7 luck damage. No, they're minions. Dealing, let's say 20 luck damage.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I pushed
for 4 of them.
Right.
4 of them gang up on Jackrum and hit him for 20.
So I'm on 70 luck then. Okay.
Another couple of them try and go for Lazarev. Miss. And then the betraying acrobat up top tries to shove Kren off.
That's what I was gonna do to him. No.
Dealing 20 physical damage.
Oh no. Wait, so how do so is that just in wounds? Or...
if you go down to 0, that's actually...
No, I have 25 luck, so is that 5 luck?
Yeah, 5 luck.
Okay.
Yeah, you start taking wounds after luck.
Sorry, that's a little bit too much. Just do 10.
Oh no, he's dropping from the rafters of a cathedral. I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to die.
You don't get pushed off. You manage to resist, but you kind of have to hold on a bit.
So he gets a few splinters in his hand and such.
Oh shit! Oh no, I got a very badass idea that will probably kill me, but I have to do it now. Oh no.
Whose turn is it anyway?
You're gonna try to land on top of the sorcerer.
Good news. It's Kren's turn.
All right. How far would I be from the sorcerer?
You're above him and more than a few feet laterally.
If I were to, per se, leap off, would I be able to hit him? Would I land on him?
Yeah, but it would hurt like hell.
Okay. If I grab this guy and then
it's about forces, not about cushioning.
I mean, the cushioning would help.
Well, I mean, as far
bones do not make good cushions, as it turns out.
No, they don't. Well, in fairness,
I'd like to grab this guy and I'd like to try to throw him off of the rafters into the into the caster's direction. Try to push him onto him.
That's a lot to ask when you're kind of crouching on top of a narrow rafter.
I'm mainly just trying to shove him off, but in the direction.
Roll
Not
a brawl
particularly
with
aiming.
someone with I'm gonna say roll me 4 advantage die, and if you get a lot of them, something good will happen.
Okay. 4d8. 5. Successful, no advantages.
All right. So you do manage to successfully knock the guy off the rafters, and he plummets, and with a sickening, he lands on the floorboards or the marble or whatever the floor is in this thing.
So it's probably wood.
Yeah. That's your turn. Oblivious, you're up.
Let's see. What could I?
Don't you have magic, the light ability, the flashing?
That's more of a beguiler thing.
We kind of clarified rulings on that.
I mean, I do have used sorcery, and I can mess with his mind.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
it's incredibly dangerous, but I don't have a whole lot of options here. We can't let him finish this. So, well, let me see if I succeed or not. Oh yeah, that's a really good success. Let's see, and disadvantages. That's
4 disadvantages, isn't it?
4. What was it again? 4 disadvantages.
Actually, on the plus side, if magical bullshit happens, can we blame it on him?
Yes.
Probably. Let's see. 40, 10, E5.
Yeah.
Yeah. B.
3. Damn it.
All right. So, what is your magic trying to do, and how can it go wrong?
Oh, there's a lot of ways this can go wrong.
What were you? How were you trying to affect his thoughts?
I specifically, basically, I was trying to scramble his head and basically try to get him to use to mix up to basically mix the rituals up in his head. I know I'm speaking this one cantation and then probably moves into another one.
All right, and what is a cost or unintended consequence of this sorcery that can happen? It's not necessarily something that has to happen to him either.
Yeah, I know.
If they see you casting magic, they might, other people might start attacking you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not being terribly subtle about that, so I figured that'd be one drawback.
All right.
Yeah, but the drawback is that when this is over, he's going to be burned as a.
On the plus side, I'm picturing something like freaking Gandalf and Saruman going on. Kind of awesome, but let's see. Yeah, definitely not being subtle about it. Let me see. Probably might be messing with the heads of people around it as well. To random effect. You see.
I'll take that. It's you're being unsubtle, like your hands stretched out, your rings and talisman are glowing, and not only the sorcerer, but several of the people in the back rows are sort of clutching their heads and speaking kind of in tongues.
Let's see. What would the last one be?
No, that's enough. That's worth 3 in my mind.
Oh, okay. That works.
It doesn't need to be necessarily itemized. It just needs to be a certain level of severity.
Very much not good.
Yeah, but you successfully have scrambled the words that were forming in his mind. Viola.
Yeah, as she sees that Kren has dealt with his attacker, but the guy in the rope is still chanting, Viola's gonna try and jump into the chanting guy and actually shove the apple up his mouth, literally. And
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a roll to tumble with to climb and tumble with 3 challenge dice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably gonna hurt.
So that's a success with 2 drawbacks.
So you managed to jump from the rafters to some of the decorations along the walls down to the ground. But you don't quite have such a smooth landing, and you take 20 luck damage just from the impact to your body.
Yeah.
And you recovering from that, you can't quite shove an apple in his mouth just yet. So,
but she did land on him.
She did land near him.
Okay, good enough.
Jackrum?
Yes, Jackrum. Stop that snapping, please.
Sorry.
Well, since the other people seem to be at least being able to contend the spellcaster between our spellcaster and the murmurs, Jackrum's gonna be teaching these knife wielding pricks just how to wield a weapon.
Yes,
But yes,
gardening shovel, a real weapon for manly men.
Hey, to be fair, I am kicking the absolute shit out of them with it.
That is true.
And that's a hit.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, because strike, slash,
Oh,
and
yeah,
stats.
right, you have 90 in that, right.
Plus the 30 bonus damage.
So he just
That's terrifying.
it's like oh god, how much damage is that?
So you deal another 2. You take down another 2 of the hidden cultists.
I basically just overlapped the 100 at this point. Yeah.
Well, the assassin would be doing a little better and actually taking out a huge chunk of them.
Speaking of which, I think he comes up after the everyone else.
Yeah.
I had to deal with Steve first, though. So
It's Steve. Damn it, Steve.
Steve is dead.
Well, this is Steve number 2
he
at this
better
point.
be dead, or I'm going to kill him again. By the way, while he was falling, can I please make a canon that I shouted, "Break a leg"?
He probably broke his neck, to be perfectly honest.
Or his back, yeah.
Quite a few bones. His leg's probably one of them.
So, the sorcerer is gonna lock eyes on Lazarev and just chain, because now since he can't remember like what the incantation for the ritual he was supposed to be doing, he's gonna actually change to a different kind of sorcery, and a bolt of sickly green energy shoots over Lazarev's head, hitting no one, but impacting the opposite wall and causing the wood there to rot.
Ugh, yeah, good thing that didn't hit me.
Very
Oh, boy.
good thing that didn't.
Wizard Jewel. Wizard Jewel.
Yeah, it's basically Wizard Duel going on there. Mental versus death. No hit on Jackrum. No, hit on Laz for, I'm gonna say 30 physical damage.
Ouch.
Because there's more trying to get in his way now.
Yeah, so I'm down to 70.
So now the bounty hunter is gonna get involved trying to punch a few out. She misses though, because she's trying to dodge knife blows. And some of the guards are getting involved now. And they managed to take down one of the guys. So there is that. Kren, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna go for crossbow bolt against. I think I should probably go for the main guy because I can't exactly target multiple people with advantage dice and things like that.
Probably.
So I'm gonna go for the main guy with the crossbow bolt.
All right.
Ah, damn it.
Do you have something that can push your luck on shooting someone?
No, I do not.
All right, your crossbow bolt lands next to him again. Also, need to make a note of that roll that Oblivious did was 11. Anyway, so yeah, Oblivious's turn.
Okay.
You've got a few cultists sort of trying to stop you because they've recognized that you're the guy scrambling the leader's brain.
Yeah.
And you've got the sorcerer himself who's also targeting you.
Yep. Should probably see if I can thin the herd a little bit. I'll go for a brawl. Brawl strike, call it.
Do you have an influence remaining?
Influence.
No one does.
No one has any?
I think everyone has.
Right.
Yeah.
Me and Viola on the acrobats, Oblivious on the people watching the guy's den, and
And
Jackrum
Pop-
on
Jackrum
The-
for the polar bear.
Gabriel or whatever his name was.
So that's
Gideon.
like grand total of 16
No, wait,
damage.
there's still the one influence in the
group.
communal pool.
Yeah, the communal.
Well, what would the influence do in this case? Hello?
Yeah. Just sorry, I was just looking at your specialty sheet and saw something fun.
Oh, shit! You're right. I've never honestly been able to use that. In order to really make use of that, I've gotta actually be able to use 2 per session, basically.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting way to end things, though. I will not lie.
To end what? How do you use it?
Well, one of the ways you can do it is like anybody you've affected with your mind magic, you can actually turn them into a thrall later, which would be quite interesting.
That's not how that works.
Got the mind of an evil. I'd probably not, but that'd be
During a scene. Oh wait, no, it's during a scene. Never. Okay, sorry, I misread that.
that's fair. But yeah,
Right, so you rolled a not great.
I rolled to swing at a dude.
Well, you hit him with your cane and they get knocked down.
Blah.
Minions. What are you gonna do?
The less damage I take, the better.
All right, Sani,
Because I'm kind of swamped right now.
your turn.
Hint, hint.
Still standing in front of the Sakura, right?
Yeah.
Then Viola's gonna pull an apple from up her sleeve and just try to shove it down in his mouth to shut him up.
How about a knife? Do you have a knife? Use a knife.
Yeah, but
Please.
Well, A, I don't believe she has one, and B,
Okay,
again-
go with the apple.
This is the funnier option.
it is the funnier option. No doubt
and
there.
it's the decidedly less lethal option.
All right. What should I
I'm
have?
pretty sure whatever it would be, it's still anything else for Viola as a feat.
Yeah.
So how many drawbacks am I going to get?
Nah, just roll it straight.
And that's an 18. That's an apple in his mouth.
Yeah. He's trying to chant and then suddenly
I don't know if you ever gotten your teeth stuck in an apple before. That's more
Yes.
effective than you think it was.
That's really
It's
especially
actually
if
quite
it's
unpleasant.
Yeah,
I've lost 2 teeth that way.
His teeth get stuck
I
in the
have
apple,
lost
and he
that
has
way, but
he's
I had-
momentarily confused, trying to figure out like what just happened and how he's going to get out of it.
Best part is if it's red delicious, so when he bites into it, it sucks.
Cannon.
Insult the injury.
I don't know.
probably some really firm apple, like someone you would. It was more like you would use an apple pie and eat raw, so it's even harder to bite through.
Bites into it, and there's a worm in there, and that makes it worse.
Let's not get too crazy, but yes, there's an apple that he's sunken his teeth into, and it's not what he was expecting today.
I don't think anybody would expect that.
All right, so Jackrum,
How many people are left in my little...
your pod has 2. Lazarev's pod has 4.
Yeah, a little
I'm gonna
assistance
finish
would be appreciated.
I'll finish my group off just so that they're done, then I might go and join Lazarus. And they're down.
Yep. After just a bit of brawling, they're all down on the floor. The kind of screaming and panicking of the people is getting a little chaotic, but you can make your way over to Lazarev. The
Okay.
sorcerer, I'm actually just gonna say, because I like the idea so much, though I hope you don't do this to every bad guy from now on, but I'm gonna say he loses his turn just trying to maneuver the apple, just bite down at it and finally toss it aside and spit it out of his mouth.
It's the Bardic knock thing. It works only once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys in front of Laz, I need to type that in the right window. Lands 20 physical damage on him.
Ow. Down to 50.
Bounty Hunter takes one of them down. City Watch does not. So there's 3 left on the church grounds, and it's up to Kren.
Okay. There's still the acrobats up here, yeah?
Yeah.
Would it be feasible for them to like assist me as in like a drop down? Like I grab them and then they grab them each other by the legs until
Like a
it's the
human
same drop.
trapeze or something?
Yes, like a trapeze, because they're literally trapeze artist.
That is so
acrobats.
awesome. I'm like, I don't even want to make you roll. Just roll tumble with like 3 advantage dice.
3D
Because that is
success and all 3 advantages.
Whoa.
Finally, no whammies.
Oh,
so. Not only does it work,
I'm-
not only is it like amazing that you like completely steal the show from everybody else.
Wait, no, I got a better idea. Like as they do this, the sunlight gleams like through a window, and it's like almost like a impromptu spotlight from the sun.
Yeah, there's that, and then you land right in front of the sorcerer, safe and unharmed.
I'd like while land as I land on my feet, I have my crossbow. I'm just pointing up. I look him dead in the eye. So he doesn't have the apple in his mouth anymore?
No, he spat it out.
Time to get skewered like a real pig.
Okay. The crossbow. I'm just gonna aim it down at his leg and just pop one in.
No, that was your action for the turn.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Yeah, but you are ideally placed, and you just stole everyone's attention. Like the chaos of the crowd like stopped for a second to watch you tumble through the air.
There's a smattering of applause.
More just stunned silence. But
Caca.
God damn it. Anyway, that was the thing.
That's me for
right.
today, see ya.
That was
That was amazing. All right. Oblivious.
right. Time to hopefully knock out some more dudes.
I mean, there's like 3 left, and you've got plenty of support now with the City Watch on.
Oh.
And
fair enough.
bounty hunter client.
Okay, well, I'll just take that roll again, and this time I'm just gonna compel him to just stop, just hold him in place, because I'm basically going under the assumption that like things are turning against him. I'm trying to basically trying to get him to I'm so horrible with this.
You're aiming at the sorcerer? Or
Well, it was originally a brawl roll, but I was like, I'll use that for my sorcery thing, because sorcery's got an even higher threshold.
Yeah. Now roll a challenge dice.
Oh, right. I'll get this. Is it 4d10 E5? I forgot the roll. Oops.
Yeah, that's best of us.
Yeah, but I do it almost every time. That's 2.
All right.
Now for drawbacks.
So 2 drawbacks on a roll to make him just stop or freeze in his mind.
I'm basically, it's like, okay, just basically just a compelling like a brain lapse. I mean, he's already had an apple shoved in his mouth and all that stuff. I don't think that's too out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Probably definitely start panicking and doing things more erratically though. Maybe try something more. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like maybe he'll attempt something. It's like, hey, this is dangerous, but I got nothing else.
Let's see. Well, the thing is, he seems to have a much stronger mind than you've ever faced before.
Oh, I mean,
so he doesn't immediately capitulate.
Oh, I didn't think it was going to be easy.
So,
can we just take a step back at how weird this whole thing is?
So
We have a human circus going on, cultists, a mage duel, silence via apple.
Just another day in New Dunhaven.
Dueling.
I was just gonna say, put a curtain around it, and we have it's just another Tuesday for the mamas.
Yeah, just put that in the big top, and that's
all we're missing is an elephant. Honestly.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll be having some witch breeding pies by the end of this.
That's the drawback. An elephant just crashes into the room. Magic is hard.
I'm gonna say, with the city watchman close to you and sort of seeing you sort of dueling with him, they become enemies to you.
Great.
Oops. We don't know you, Lazarus.
Alright, so, then, Sani, what is Viola gonna
Yeah.
do?
I'm just gonna think about it, but having her just stand up before the necromancer, slap him in the face, and say, "You don't throw away good food." Like completely serious. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and just slap him in the face.
Alright, roll anything else.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
so you give him a pretty hard slap.
while complaining about how he just threw away that apple, he could have at least eaten the rest of it also.
Spat it out, too. Didn't even eat any of it.
Like I said, this is bizarre.
Alright, so, the sorcerer gets more erratic and charges up another sort of death beam from his hands. And
1. Oh, that's a disadvantage.
and he's
Alright.
gonna
A
target
disadvantage.
both Kren and Viola, who are closest to him,
Ow.
This is gonna hurt.
for 60 physical
wait.
damage.
60?
Yeah, that breaks through my luck.
Yep.
That's good. I still have 10 luck left.
So you have a wound right now.
I don't know if you hit a wound the first time or if you just fall to 0 first.
I mean, he's definitely at 0. No question
I'm
about
at
that.
0. So.
Yeah.
So it was 6 luck damage. Ow.
He's
You feel
a
the cold
powerful
touch.
sorcerer.
Yeah, and
You feel
very
the
powerful.
I'm really lucky I still have 10.
Jackrum, please hit him really hard.
If you
Someone
think.
hit him really hard.
Okay, so your luck has run out, but you do not suffer a wound yet.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you are reduced to 0, but you have not suffered a wound.
You can't push your luck anymore, I don't think.
No.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, you are out of that. Anyway, the remaining cultists miss.
Oh,
Wait, did I skip Jackrum's turn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
yeah, go for it.
Well, considering that my mage, who is currently keeping the sorcerer from killing us all, is currently under attack from both cultists and the city guard, Jackrum's got to jump in to try and fix that. Surprise!
I'm gonna give you a boon because you're fighting like 2 opposed factions and just getting the jump on them. Or give you an advantage die.
1d85.
Well, no boons, but you succeeded like heck.
Well, the cultists are gone,
Yeah.
I think. How many of them were left?
There were 3 left. The bounty hunter takes care of the 3rd one, so they're gone. Then the city watch guys, miss Lazarev. So that's what happened on my turn. Kren.
Alright. So the sorcerer hasn't taken any physical damage, has he?
He's taken some luck damage from the sorcery and Viola's slap and apple thing.
Okay, I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna be walking up to him since I'm right in front of him. Say, I'm sorry, Mr. Grimspectre, but we're the Cackling Crows, and we're the only murder that's going around here. And I'm gonna just punch him right in the face.
Brawl with someone, and I assume you're not using a weapon.
No, because all my weapons would probably kill him. 54.
Still does a lot of damage, though.
Yep, it sure does. And he's still standing, though definitely looking more weakened than before. Oblivious, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to use the advantage that I'm going to use the intervention from Jackrum to push past the now knocked out cultist and just go straight for the sorcerer.
All right.
Rush him with my cane.
You're a little too far to reach him in one turn.
If nothing else, I need to put some distance between me and the guards.
That's true. All right. Want to take a different action though, or
different action?
Because you have a move and then an action.
Could I do? Because I think the cultists are pretty much down at this point.
Yeah. though the people are still panicking around you.
Sorcery could just keep hurting him.
What was that?
Sorcery could just keep hurting him. If you keep sorcerying, I don't know if you want to, but
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you're going to get burned as a witch by the end of this. I'm quite serious about that.
you're already in deep. Like they're
Yeah.
not. We're leaving right after this.
Oh, clearly.
Wait, we're not leaving now?
Well, I mean, we have to
Stop
take.
him.
we
Yeah, we're
have to
dragging him with us. Oh wait, no, we'll leave him for the bounty hunter. Yeah, we're just leaving.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm the only one, and I'm the main one in trouble right now. And as you leave the church, before you escape, you spontaneously combust into flames.
Don't tempt me.
That's taking heat to a whole new level. I will spend
you break
30
and
to
just
literally burn you.
all burst into flames.
I'm actually pretty sure that Jackrum could get away with this and get away just fine, since he hasn't actually attacked anyone who isn't a cultist.
Well, I mean, neither have I really, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, but you're a heretic.
This is why I don't go to church. Never setting foot in a church again. I mean, I guess I could use sorcery on him, but I don't know what I could actually do with him.
Do you have anything you could throw at him? Like the apple we all carried.
You're having trouble figuring out what you do to his mind or emotions?
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to be. Screw it. I'll do it again.
I just wasn't sure what the problem was all.
I was basically deciding, should I dig myself deeper or not?
How about not?
I mean, hard to get
at
much
this
deeper
point-
than you already are.
Yeah. Worst thing is that he'll, instead of targeting Viola or me, he'll go for you.
That definitely succeeds with two drawbacks.
Okay.
When the church catches you, you will be condemned for superheroes.
What effect were you going for with this sorcery?
The effect this time?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Make him want to surrender.
I tried that once before. It wasn't so successful.
Well, you made him want to stop before.
Sure, we'll go with that, and I'll leave it up to Spud for the disadvantages. Probably something awful is going to happen.
So what happens on his side is, you make him actually do want to surrender. He actually puts his hands up and gets onto his knees, because you've reduced him to 0 luck. However, the drawback is, there's a bit of blowback, and you create that desire in yourself as well.
Oh God. Double KO sorcerer battle.
Well, if you want, I could just interpret that as luck damage to yourself. So as you try to resist that.
Yeah.
So you take 63.
Ow. I'm down to 7. Or wait, no, I took okay, I'm down to 0 now. Shit.
Welcome to the club. We're gonna.
So you managed to resist the desire to get on your knees and surrender to the city watch or the church because of your heresy, but just barely.
So with the enemy Sokra now done, can Viola go and just gag him and bound him with strips of fabric from her outfit?
You just take your jacket off and
actually, the bounty hunter actually runs up and starts binding him herself, and she says, "Good job. I'll make sure to split this with you guys later. Just get out of here."
Yeah, Viola's gonna go and
Laz does not wait. He's already out the door.
I'd like to wait. Is there a performance ability skill? I'd like to just with my cloak do a big flashy exit while throwing a feather, several feathers behind me as I run.
Actually, Viola.
You throw down a smoke bomb, but it's not effective, and they just see you anyway. Just whatever.
Can Viola go with a flick-flags and just halfway through one lose her jacket and just run around the corner to vanish?
I'd like to also whistle for all my acrobats to start jumping down from the thing, in a single file.
Well, no, I mean they were the human trapeze, so they're already on the floor.
They're actually going to climb back up and climb up through the bell tower.
Oh,
that works too.
Just everyone disappear.
Yep.
Carry on.
This is the weirdest church service ever.
leaving only the fresh scent of pine.
And whatever jacket Viola was wearing.
Yeah.
And
Jackrum's just going to... he's just going to shake his head. He's going to give the guards just a respectful note of his head before just calmly walking away, because by all accounts, he's just some random Samaritan who just, when shit went down, pulled out a trowel and kicked the shit out of everyone.
I was doing gardening before this.
I was planning to do my roses after this.
I actually provided the flowers for this ceremony. That's why I have this.
So the ultimate effect of all this, as you get away, is because of Kren's flashiness and Oblivious's
Heresy.
Well, not just heresy, but like sort of entering the mage duel, and Viola's antics and Jackrum, like this was all happened very publicly, is what I'm trying to say, and not just for apprehending a basically a terrorist, but one of New Dunhaven's most wanted, but also doing it in a very flashy and public way.
That happens if you have two of us in your group.
To be fair,
half of us are mummers.
Jackrum didn't really dispatch people in a flashy way. He just kicked the shit out of them. He's probably the...
Tales of the battle between the Cult of 1,000 Eyes and the Cackling Crows spreads through the city.
I did say her name out loud.
Yep.
Yeah.
You really got to stop doing that.
Your crew becomes, for a hot flash in time, renowned, which is for the right kind of people not exactly a good thing.
Stop leaving calling cards everywhere.
Oh no, I'm going to be shouted at by my boss.
Viola doesn't have a big problem.
Actually,
she can just be someone else next time.
Spud, I was thinking about playing a different character for next session, and this actually makes a lot of sense. Kren is going to go back to his theater and be shouted at by his boss, and he's told he's not allowed to go on more missions.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, in terms of like actual numbers and stuff, I'm gonna say, between the payment on the bounty and also your renown, I'm gonna say, two general XP, and because you interacted with and worked with the church so much, 1 church XP.
Ooh, fancy.
2 general?
2 general XP, 1 church XP.
Alright.
I mean, is the church at least happy that...
I mean, they're happy that the heretic is now in their custody and off the streets.
Yes, but I just mean more as a... but they still pissed off at our
Probably.
person?
Now that it's become increasingly obvious that, the cartels and leverage regularly employ heretics, it's become kind of a different kind of problem with the church.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So that's still ongoing. You haven't even you get the sense from Diane when you're speaking with her later that she kind of wanted this to be the apology job for getting a church assassin killed, but because you employed a lot of sorcery against a sorcerer, a lot of heresy to fight heresy, it's just become a different sort of problem.
It's one step forward, 1 back and to the side.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that is the most wanted job.
I feel like this is the point where Jackrum just murders everyone else in the crew and dumps them in the canal.
Hey now.
Hey, we're
also Jackrum.
I would stand somewhat of a chance.
Yes, but you don't have any luck anymore. I've got 70 left.
Quite honest, I'm just gonna jump away. I'm just gonna dodge with a climb, jump, and tumble of 80.
She's just gonna climb away from you and disappear.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna murder everyone.
Oh.
Just some of you.
Yes.
All right. So
yeah, I'm just. I'm just going to be laying low for a while.
Yeah, you've made the grave error of becoming popular for being basically the heroes of the day.
As Viola said at the start of this, I did not become a criminal to save people.
You also name dropped the crew.
That was Kren.
Just like seriously, I meant this before, and I'll say it again. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like before we do our job, we should get like a ball gag or something, just shove it in just shove it in the mouth under the mask.
Shove an apple into his
Kren
mouth.
is absolutely going to get yelled at by his boss.
Yeah.
Although your theater might see an uptick in attendance.
Slaps Kren across the face. You have to stop doing that. Now, get out there. We have 3 shows booked tonight.
It's like, what 3 shows? What? It's like we're doing a reenactment of what you guys did.
A dramatization.
You know, a dramatization might be more serious than what actually happened.
And somehow have more lasers.
Truth, fiction, stranger, etc., etc.
It's all strange.
All right. Thhank you for listening, watching to, playing in the most
Fumbling
wanted
through
job.
the session.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Spud.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. All right. Thank you for listening. See you next heist.